We've come back to Friday Street. We walked up there when we were here last, past that lovely cottage they were selling jam, one with the nice lights. And we went off up that hill there and then down to the waterfall. But we're going to go up here for the time being. That's a very sad sign. I think the pub is permanently closed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Well, we've done the whole walk and come back. Well, some resistance, a lot of carrying. Someone doesn't like to be helped, so that makes everything take a little while, doesn't it? Come on, tiny duck, we need to go home. Mummy and Daddy haven't had lunch.
I mean, I'd like you to have a little bit more.
Side note though, mostly for me, this is a very nice round walk, even today, which is, you know, middle of winter. Well, not quite, start of winter. It's very nice, and it started here, Friday Street car park near Wootton in the Surrey Hills, and just went up the hill to the fields, across and back down the road on the other side. It's about 4 kilometres, an hour's walk. It's very nice.
Yeah, your clothes are quite dirty, aren't they?
Give it a shake.
Shaky, 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 shaky.
Very good shaking. More cowbell, please.
What else is in there?
More sleigh bell than cowbell, isn't it?
Do you need some help? It's for yum yum. But it's Amelia sized. Look. Hold it and go Yeah, well done. Not that side though. Yeah, should we use them for dinner? Okay.
You want that one?
Row the boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Ah! Sit down.
Hi there. I suppose I should cursorily mention the fact that MPs are currently voting on the Brexit deal, and I don't really want to go into it because it's really long and it's very complicated. It's suffice to say is the deal itself is very thin, and this is what happens when you rush things towards a deadline. There's a lot of unresolved issues in it, and it sets up a load of committees and working groups and things to decide on certain things that haven't been resolved. And a lot of it, as you might have seen in the news, cut and paste from old legislation that's out of date. So whilst it's an amazing job by the lawyers to get it together, have it ready, and it's now been ratified by the EU ambassadors, it's a terrible deal. I mean, it's better than no deal, obviously. Everything is, but not much. And the EU get almost everything they want, and Britain gets very little of what it wants. But it's going to somehow present it as a massive triumph, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about that. What I was going to talk about was the fact that today the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine for COVID-19 has been approved for use. They will start distributing it on Monday in the United Kingdom. That'll be the second vaccine that is in use. And they've also removed the food allergy warning on the first Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. So people with food allergies can now have that. That includes my dad, who was supposed to have it about 2 weeks ago. So in terms of COVID, things are, from my perspective, starting to look promising. And in terms of Brexit, things are, as they ever have been, looking like what happens when the clowns run the circus. Hi, good morning. It is the last day of the year. A lot of people are getting very excited about this, like, oh yeah, 2020 was shit, and very happy to see the back of it, and all this shenanigans. All rather meaningless and pointless because whilst 2020 wasn't great, and I obviously don't think it's the worst year in the last 10 years anyway, but whilst it wasn't great, it's not suddenly going to get better tomorrow. And any of the things that you thought were terrible in 2020 are going to continue for at least 3 months, maybe 4, maybe 6. So manage your expectations a bit would be my advice. Other than that very cheery news, I've spent all morning recalculating my tax return because I realised I submitted it wrong. And then I forgot to have breakfast. So maybe my 2020 is worse than I first thought. Follow up, I've now had a piece of toast. And actually my tax calculation was wrong because I was paying too much tax. So everything's actually excellent. So there we go. But yeah. It's the last day of the year, so I'm going to make it the last day of the vlog for this year, which means I need to do a word of the week, which I need to think about. Sorry, I've lost something. And I'm going to do that right now. I've just thought about it, and I've remembered I already did one, didn't I? No, I haven't. That was last week. Well, the Christmas weeks really, and I say weeks, like the bit leading up to Christmas and this weird week afterwards, it's all just one day really, and sort of some presents at some point and some food, but there's no real routine, and it's rather hard to keep track of things. Yeah, I recorded a word of the week on the 23rd, it turns out. Well, that was for last week because that was Christmas week. A very cheery one too. Anyway, so at 11 p.m. tonight, the United Kingdom begins its new relationship with the EU. See, it's more cheery stuff. So the word of the week I'm going to do this week is goodbye. But, and this is important, but the goodbye in the two languages as a phrase that actually, in reality, means until I see you again. Or so goodbye is the word of the week. So first of all, in German, you would say Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, which literally means until our reunion. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that appropriate? So Auf Wiedersehen is goodbye in German. Now, in Italian, there's lots of ways you can say this, but I've picked this one in particular because it literally means see you soon, see you later. And that is ci vediamo. Ci vediamo. So that is see you soon in Italian. So there we go, there's goodbye in some form in German and Italian, and that was this week's word of the week. I am going to go for a walk this afternoon. This may, however, be the end of this year's vlog. Thank you very much for enduring what must have been the most random upload schedule of any YouTuber in 2020. Weekly till about Feb, then nothing for 4 months, then one every day, then nothing for 3 months, then one every day, then nothing for 4 months. It's been very, very disorganised. I can only apologise. I should imagine your year has been equally disrupted. Hopefully, we will have some semblance of normality going forward once I've caught up again. Until that point that more life upheavals occur. Thank you for watching. See you next year. Just come for a last walk of the year in Barnes. hate to go on about it, but frankly, people of Barnes don't seem to be that concerned about the rules. Loads of people gathering on the greens, in the square, by the church. Very depressing. It's a shame because it's a beautiful evening. There's a smokiness in the air that you get at this time of year, and it's cleared a bit and people are starting to let off fireworks. It's actually very nice, and let's hope that we can all do these kind of things together again in the summer.